Today in our two experiments, we're going to be looking at how mass affects friction and how the roughness of the surface affects friction. In the friction investigation, 3A. For the experiment, you'll need a spring scale, a rough surface, and a block. We'll be recording the force in newtons. So you need to make a hypothesis, a if-then statement. Complete the sentence. Explain how you think the independent variable will affect the force needed to pull the block. So if we increase the mass of the block, then write what you think will happen in a different color font. For the experiment, follow the procedures and document in the table. The first block, trial 1, on a smooth surface. We will pull it. And how many newtons?
0.25.
0.25 newtons for trial 1. Again, the block on trial 2.
0.25.
0.25 newtons. Trial 3, the block.
0.25.
0.25. Now we're going to increase the mass to 500 grams on top of the block. Trial 1.
0.6.
0.6 newtons. Trial 2 of the block and 500 grams.
0.5.
0.5 newtons. And the third trial for the block plus 500 grams.
0.5.
0.5 newtons. And finally, the block plus 1,000 grams, trial 1.
1 Newton.
1 Newton. Trial 2.
1.1 Newton.
1.1 newtons. And the third trial of the block plus 1,000 grams.
1.25.
1.25 newtons. Now you need to find the mean of those. So for the block, add up trial 1, trial 2, and trial 3, and divide that by 3. You need to do the same for the block plus 500 grams and the block plus 1,000 grams. Was your hypothesis correct? Complete the following sentence. Summarize the effect that mass has on friction, on the frictional force. Use the data to support your answer. My hypothesis was, you need to say correct or incorrect, and then finish the sentence. As mass increases, friction blank. We know this because the mean, then go ahead and use data to support your answer. Answer the question, which vector shows the block with the most mass? Experiment 2. What effect does the roughness of the surface have on friction? Again, you're going to make a hypothesis, an if-then statement. Complete the sentence. Explain how you think the independent variable will affect the force needed to pull the block. So complete the sentence. If we increase the roughness of the surface, then what will happen? Do the experiment. Follow the procedure that was demonstrated in class and record your data. So we're going to use the block plus 1,000 grams. So we're going to put the weight on there as well. And first we're going to do it on the sandpaper. So trial 1 on the sandpaper.
3.75.
3.75 grams. Trial 2 on the sandpaper.
3.5.
3.5 newtons. And the third trial,
3.5.
3.5 newtons. So you need to add those up and divide by 3 to get the mean. Now we're going to do the same experiment, only removing the sandpaper. So we have the block plus 1,000 grams and the spring scale. And trial 1,
1.5.
1.5 newtons. Trial 2,
1.5.
1.5 newtons. And trial 3,
1.25.
1.25 newtons. So add those up and divide by 3 to find the mean for the tabletop for the surface. Now answer the following questions. Was your hypothesis correct? Complete the sentence and then summarize the effect that the roughness of the surface has on frictional force. Use data to support your answer. My hypothesis was that correct or incorrect? And then complete the sentence. As the roughness of the surface increases, friction blank. We know this because the mean, this is where you'll use the data to complete that sentence and answer the question. And then the last one, which vector shows the block with the roughest surface?